Okay, Virgo, it's called Up Close and Personal. Why? Because it's windy out here and I'm blocking that sound from you, but I'm not blocking the spirit from you. I'm a channel through which it is traveling. Now, what you were letting me know is, first of all, you're glorious and I am enamored with you. Look at this. Look at this amazing beauty. You're ready for life to be a blessing unto you and not having to be a dispensary to everyone else of all your pieces and parts, meaning giving of your good parts, giving of your good self, giving of your first fruits outside of you, beyond you. Those are to be fed into your divine spirit, into this truth. And I was like, well, what is it? Because it was stuck to Mary L. And this is what was stuck. The knowledge of who you are. Knowing clearly who you are, where you come from, and why you're here. And not purpose why, the meaning of life to you, and trusting and connecting and knowing that that is here to be fulfilled. Because here's the crazy crap. Death was sitting on here in perpetual death, like endings and endings and endings. It would be like broken promises, and it's not always between people. This is your Genesis friend, because that 101 just showed up and jumped out at me. But it's like, how do we get beyond the skip in the record? How do we get off the record? How do we get into life? How do we get into this glorious living, all this goldness self that is going on here? And you're telling me there's a hint and a clue for you if you will go beyond Scorpio. Okay, ignore these things. I've been in pain for a minute and they are fretting up on my face. You could pray for me, all right? But take care of yourself first, friend. That glow up. It's almost like, you see how steely this is and how intimidating this is, and not like scary intimidation, but more like, ooh, I want to deal with your stuff. I just want to go around, because I don't want to have to keep solving people's problems and people's issues and be trapped in the land of hell, because that is hell for you. Why? Because it's never ending. And the thing is, they're problems when they're not yours. We're a solution. Anything that comes about in our life might be a bit of a challenge. We might feel the change, but it's really, if you stay in the land of choice, oh gosh, there have been spiders and ants crawling all over me, but oh well. Anyways, and move past that into the choice, then your life begins to transform and change. All right, and that's where they're wanting you to get into this place of choice of light. There will be a never ending of people's problems. And part of Virgo's blessing is also Virgo's curse, because Virgo is a virgin. You wake up every day like fresh and like, okay, and then you go out into the world being your Eunice, your beautiful, unique, wonderful self, and you're out there living. And then it comes along and it's, I need your help. I need you to solve this. Oh, you're so good at this. Oh, Virgo will take care of it. If you're as old as me, or as old as dirt, you'll remember, oh, give it to Mikey. Mikey will like it. And then, what was that? Chex or Life cereal or something. But we're trying to get you in the clue back beyond here. No more being lured in to think anything is here, because you don't see their hand, do you? These are false promises, false glow up, trying to say, look at me, look here, I got something for you. I got here. Oh, I'll help you, I'll whatever. They lure you in and then they leave you with it. They lure you in and they leave you with it. They leave you with their bags of trouble. All right? You ever seen those restaurants where you can tell they once had large plants at the front door and now there's just a big empty planter? Okay, you see the stub of the dead plant, and people just put their trash and their cigarettes. If there's a vessel there with even a few inches of space, people are like, oh, I know what to put in there. All my trash. All my trash. People are looking for somewhere to put their trash. And you are not trash. You are treasure. And we are going to move out and beyond this, all right? But there's another part of it that we need to know. So like the once bitten, twice shy, we can come in and get some antivenom. Get the cure of the very thing that cause you to keep skipping around the record. It's interesting. This is showing up. It's like, turn your attention. You're so open and loving that your eye contact will go out and be looking around. You don't know you're looking. You're just, your eyes are observing. You're a keen observer. And it's somehow like locking eyes that they latch on. And so you just break the gaze. You break the gaze. And it's not you being shy or weak or whatever. You break the gaze, because that's, I mean, do we not see that that is part of the power that has been snipping you in and leaving you holding the bag of crud, the bag of troubles? That's me scratching, y'all. That thing bit me. Anyways, let's get beyond that. He's trying to jump in with the Mary L. that's quite interesting. But there's this innocence and there's this meaning and this plan for you. And so that's what wild is like. There's another fish that should be in here. It's like part of it's missing. So that could be, maybe check out the Pisces read, because Pisces is the two fish. And when we're trying to get out of the zodiac and karma and being stuck in the never-ending story, the perpetual brokenness, the perpetual phoenix, the perpetual. And that gets you out of the originality in life and that innocence and sunshiness that you wake up with. And I want you in your sunshine. All right, sunshine. Okay, look at the price you've been paying. You're like, I've been holding on, doing my part, thinking we would finally get to this. Well, you were there, friend. And not because you did all that, but because you're you. We're each here equipped to take our dealings with ourselves first. And if there is anything extraneous after that, we can take some time to ponder and question, and then go seek advice from a trusted friend or mentor. 0550. It flew in, caught the sand, and turned upside down. So it's like putting your prosperity and your well-being secondary, putting it aside. That's been what has been blinding you. 0606, whoever's wondering. It's the ways of the world and some conditioning and teaching that maybe you experienced, Virgo, that was like, well, it's selfish to put yourself first. Yeah, you get up and you brush your teeth and you do all that. And we hear the old adage of put your oxygen mask on first. And we're like, yeah. That's only in a plane. What about the rest of our life? Well, the thing is you're here to take care of your prosperity first. Because if you're not flourishing and thriving, you're of no good to anybody. It turns your understanding of life upside down. It puts you on your head. And so then it's limited that you're working from. It's limited what you're giving to other people because you've cut yourself off and made an unnatural loop. And you're like, so that's what's happening. Yeah, that's what Page of Cups was showing us. And then it gets you stuck just turning in one direction. And it lets your reality overtake your truth. And that's not good for anybody. When we're living in our truth, it is the leader. 0707. Y'all, numbers are relevant right now. There is order, and I love that the 0 is showing up with them all, because that is increase. It is place. It is space. It is allowing you to keep some, what we'll call empty space for yourself, some free time to yourself. So when people call, can you such and such, and you don't want to go because you want to just expand and breathe, and maybe if you're a woman, take the bra off or whatever else, spread out some. Don't say no, and explain away. Just be like, no, I have other plans. What are you doing? Where are you going? I've got other plans. I'll talk to you later. Because if they're pervasive like that and try and needle in or dig in, it's someone who's wanting to find out your reason. All of a sudden you're in court. And they're trying to divorce you from your own truth to see how they can get in, break you away from what you've decided, and turn it around. Now, they might be a loving friend, but that's not a true friend, because that practice. So it doesn't mean ditch them. It just means get in that practice with yourself, that if it needles in one extra time, you're just like, gotta go, talk to you later, bye. See, it's sweet and simple, but it tapers it off, right? Rather than letting it begin to pick up the cycle, because that's where it actually begins. So even if you said no to the event or whatever else, that's now creeping in on you. And that quiet time that you were going to expand, relax, and spread out from all the giving you've been doing has now been crept up on. That's the creepy crup. They coming on in, sneaking on in like, excuse me, where are you? I don't know if you ever read the book, Wadney Wat. It was about a little Wat who had a speech impediment. And Camilla Capia Bear came up in there in that room and stomped all over everybody because she's the biggest of rodents. And he stood up to her. He didn't even know it. He realized that because she couldn't understand and didn't know he had a speech impediment. Because like this bulliness, sometimes they're so in their own agenda that simplicity usurps it. So that's the beauty of it. Oh no, gotta go now. Thank you. Bye. It just usurps it. It, like Barney Fife said, it nips it in the bud. Now, friend, nip it in the bud. Not let them nip your bud. Nip that shiz-diz in the bud that's trying to conjugate with you, because then all your free time will be sucked up trying to unguilt, unshame, unwhatever yourself, because that's what the provoking was. It's a little needle, a little shot. Okay. All right, guys, tickle the buttons down below. Give me comments, compliments. Lift this space up for me. All right, I love you. Bye.